The world begins quietly here. In the heart of Croatia lies a place called Rastoke, a village born not of stone alone, but of water. Before the sun fully climbs the sky, a soft mist rises from the rivers, mist on ancient wooden houses, mist on stone bridges. This is the first breath of the day. A drone's eye reveal, deep greens, shimmering silvers. The drone moves low over the water, whispering, tumbling, its voice a gentle drumbeat against the earth. This place feels less like a village, more like a memory held in the cradle of moving water. The air itself seems to hold a story. Damp earth, wet stone, the clean, cool fragrance of the river. The sound here is a symphony. Deep, resonant waterfalls, high, tinkling cascades. Each drop adds to the chorus. Rastoke is not built upon the land, but woven into it. Houses and paths following the water's lead, respecting its power and grace. This is the first breath of the day, you know. Two rivers meet here. Their meeting is not a collision, but a gentle and intricate dance. The Slunchika, a river of impossible green, flows quietly from the earth, pure and clear. It travels a short distance before arriving at Rastoke, where it performs its final, spectacular act. It glides over a high limestone barrier, splits into a multitude of streams, and becomes many waterfalls, plunging into the Karana below. This confluence is the very heart of the village. Slunchika gives its beauty, Karana gives its power. Together they create constant movement and life. Each corner reveals a new wonder, a curtain of water over a cave mouth, spray nourishing a hanging garden of ferns, moss clinging to wet stone, a tranquil pool reflecting the sky. A single leaf plops the surface, water wearing rock smooth, the patient carving of basins and channels. Paths wind through Rastoke following ancient waterways, stone and liquid in an old dialogue. This landscape changes its clothes with every season. Spring rivers swell, summer murmurs, autumn sets the banks ablaze, winter lays a quiet white. Under ice, the song continues. The seasons keep turning, you know. The village did not just watch the water, it learned to work with it. For centuries, Rastoke's lifeblood flowed not only in its rivers, but through its water mills. Dark wood, sturdy beams, a whole mill like an old sentinel on the bank. Great wooden wheels turn with slow, deliberate force, water pushing them, spray ascending. Simple engineering in motion, the heart of a community. The mills were engines of life. Each had its purpose. Grist mills, heavy stones grinding corn and wheat into fine flour, bread taking shape, wooden gears creaking, the old music of work. Other mills washed wool, wooden hammers pounding, thick durable cloth produced. Village life tied to the river's rhythm, hands opening sluice gates as the flow rises and swells. Night in the mill, a face dusted with flour, children learn the river's ways, elders watch the wheel. Silence, then renewal, mills as symbols, turning again, casual. Yeah, the mills keep the memory turning. In a place as old and enchanting as Rastoke, stories take root in the damp soil and grow like moss on stones. The people say the river remembers everything, its voice in the roar of falls and the gurgle of streams, whispering to those who listen. One cherished tale tells of the Vilas, the beautiful, mysterious fairies of forest and water. When the moon is full, they dance in the spray, their hair shimmering like silver threads. Protectors of the river, showing themselves only to pure hearts. Another story tells of a great flood. Villagers feared all was lost. One miller, said to speak the river's language, refused to flee, pleading all night in soft, calming tones. At dawn, the waters receded. Some mills were damaged, but the village heart was saved. The river had answered with kindness. Stones become seats of fairies. Carvings remember the miller who calmed the flood. These legends teach respect. The river is a living entity, deserving reverence and care. On a misted bridge, light can look like dancing figures, the murmur like a whispered secret. Well, you know, it really does feel like the river remembers. As the world outside rushes forward, Rastoke remains a quiet sanctuary, a slower, deliberate way of life. Visitors come with cameras and curiosity, standing on small bridges, mesmerized by the water's eternal motion. They're drawn by beauty, and by a yearning for connection to nature, to history, to peace. The river teaches patience, shaping even the hardest stone with a soft, persistent touch. There is stewardship here. The people are caretakers of a precious, fragile gift. They mend the mills, reinforce the banks, clear the ancient paths. They share stories as living heritage, preserving understanding and respect. In harmony between past and present, there is hope. Progress needn't erase the past. Rastoke shows how to embrace the new while honoring the old, a living example of balance. The river will continue to flow, to carve, to remember. The mills, the legends, the people. It waits with endless patience for our return, ready to share its timeless song once more. To leave is to carry its tranquility. The mist over roofs, water on stone. So yeah, that's the promise it keeps.